Okay, this is Shaughnessy Gunner, and I'm back here today with a new pistol purchase I bought. As you can see on the box, it does say Springfield Armory. And there's a couple guesses you could probably make by now. If you read the title of the video, obviously you'd know. So, I did pick up a 1911. This is specifically it's the loaded variant. They make a couple different versions of 1911s, Springfield does. And what the loaded has over the regular mil-spec version is a couple of nice features. First thing I will do is kind of show that the gun is unloaded. But a couple nice features that you get on the loaded that you don't get on the mil-spec are you get the forward slide serrations, which I think are pretty handy. They're pretty sharp and crisp. You know, if you want to do a press check or something like that, they do offer you a little bit of flexibility. Another thing is you do get the Novak style cuts for the sights, so that you get see a nice 3-dot pattern there with the Novak sight cuts that allow you to use a lot of different types of sights out there that are sold. Another thing that you get is you get a little bit better hammer back here. I guess not better, but it's a little bit more stylish. It's a got a little bit more opened air and a little bit lighter design for a faster action, supposedly. But and then let's see, you get a little bit nicer trigger here. Just has some holes there. It's a aluminum trigger with let's see, a couple little serrations on the front. You do get an ambi safety on each side. There you can see. And those are pretty much, I believe, the biggest differences. Oh, I forgot this guy. You do get a full-length guide rod, which take it or leave it. I have found myself finding it not that hard to take care of. This being my first 1911, I don't really think it's an issue. I don't know. Yeah, you do need a tool. It does come with the appropriate Allen key here, but it wouldn't be the first, pistol that requires a tool to take it down. And to be honest, by using just a regular Allen key like that, it gives you a lot of options, and you can change it out if you want. But it is a feature that they add on there for the day-to-day person. It does come with these nice Rosewood Grips. They have some nice engravings on there. You can see Springfield Armory. It's got the old cross cannon logos, and they are the double diamond pattern. There's no no grip serrations on the front there. The mainspring housing does have a cross checker pattern on the back. That does provide a little bit of extra grip back there. Not that you really need it, but it's there if you want it. Let's see, there on this side of the gun, it's got a nice little engraving here. I think it's a little shallow. It does pop up pretty nicely, but I think it's a little shallow. Could have went a little deeper, and it would have been a little bit. It would have popped out a little bit more, I think. But that is what it is. It is a flared ejection port here, and you do get a little hole there to to be able to check and see if you got a round in the chamber. Not overly intrusive or anything, just a tiny little hole there that you can see. So other than that, I have put probably close to 100 rounds through this at the time of this video. Enough to kind of formulate a pretty quick opinion on it. And overall, I think it's a pretty nice example of a 1911. Judging from the samples I've held in the store, this was a fairly tight example. It has loosened up a little bit, after already only shooting 100 rounds. But it's pretty tight. There's not a lot of rattling, like in the trigger, or there's a little rattling back here in the grip safety, but you're going to get that everywhere you go. But I think it's a pretty nicely made example of a 1911. It gives you a lot for your money. So I was looking at some other ones, but this is what I kind of picked for my first one. And I think I'm digging it so far. I think it's going to give me my 1911 bug. And spoiler alert, yeah, I did get did get the bug. So yeah, I mean, it's just really, I don't think it's you could get a better 1911 for the price. I'll do another comparison down the line with my other one here that I kind of let aside there. But I can give you a few extra little specs on it. This is chambered in 45 ACP, as you can see. I already did talk about the two-piece guide rod. They put the weight at 40 ounces, so that's kind of run-of-the-mill. Nothing real special there. Put the height right here at 5.5. The slide is forged stainless with polished flats, it says. So yeah, I mean, it's like a brushed, I wouldn't say it's like an overly polished, but and to be honest, the reason I kind of went for a stainless steel is because it's easy to maintain, and if you get scratches, you can kind of fix it yourself. No problems there. It does come with a 5-inch barrel. It is 8.6 inches long, and let's see, the frame is forged as well. So I mean, that's a little bit of a nicer feature. Not that it really matters. Like the Ruger over there, that one's a cast one, but Ruger's the king of casting. So from all my research I've done on it, really doesn't matter. Either way, you're going to get a pretty nice example. But forged is a little bit more of a refined process, so I'll give them that. The MSRP on this is $963, but like I said, I paid $854. So that was just a couple quick things there from the website. I know everybody can read a website, but I just decided to put it in the video so that way while you were looking at it. I will say that this pistol, first time I took it apart, it was very tight and very hard to get things back together. Specifically this pin here. And I did inadvertently get a little bit of scratch. It like swung around, but like I said, it buffed right out. So it happens. They call it an idiot scratch for a reason, but it happens to everybody. Not everybody, but a lot of people who get their first 1911. But no foul. It wasn't really even an issue. I don't think you'd be able to notice it anyways, but it's snug. So just note that. It's got a lot of things going for it, and I'll be sure to post some updates soon. Biggest reason, I guess I should note on this, it does have a little bit of a bevel on the mag well here. I'm not going to say that that's a lot, but it does help. It's not like it's a flush or anything like that, so it does help you kind of get the mag in there. But yeah, so I mean, I would think that you would be served pretty well with the Springfield 1911 A1. I believe that the price for the mil-spec versions, just the basic, I believe it's right around I've seen them around $650. So I mean, maybe up to $670. So I mean, a little bit extra money, but you do get, the stainless slide. You do get a lot of options there that I think are nice. And this is going to be kind of just my 45 ACP shooter that I'm going to put hopefully a lot of rounds through and enjoy. I won't even talk about the trigger because everybody knows that a 1911 trigger, it's kind of like, I guess, kind of like sex, even bad sex can be good, so even a bad 1911 can have a pretty good trigger on it over a lot of the offerings out there. So, it's really, so far I'm liking it. One thing I will note is, I don't know if it'll show up here, is that the barrel, I don't know if they do that for a reason, but it's kind of got some glare on there from the video, but pretty roughly finished. I wouldn't say it's, to a high polish. I think it's honed down pretty well. There's no discernible ridges on it, but kind of sloppy in my mind, but that kind of looked like it was that way with a lot of the other pistols to compare it to when I was at the gun store that day. So just another little tidbit there. But yeah, so I'll be sure to post a shooting review in the future here. Oh, I guess real quick, while I have it out here, kind of go over the case. It is a nice case there. It does have a nice foam cutout. Has a couple spots for magazines. Does come with your regular crappy lock and a brush, and place to store that, and a little area up here for your manuals and stuff like that. So you got room. You got room to work with it, and it does have a nice positive locking on there. Keeps it secure. This would be probably pretty decent to take in an airplane because you can lock it pretty damn well. So, but yeah. So, alright, well thanks for watching, and thanks for checking out this new Springfield loaded 1911 A1, and I'll be sure to post updates on it soon. So, alright, take it easy.